Hi there and welcome to your yoga class. Today we are doing yoga for digestion. What does this even mean? Well, it means that in here we have all our internal organs and of course they do all the digesting for us. So we're going to be doing a bit of twisting to massage those internal organs, and we're going to be encouraging the digestion as well. I mean, as you know, exercise on its own does that. It really helps your metabolism and things like that. But with these sequence of moves, it will really encourage your digestion just to work a little bit more efficiently. So let's get started. So first of all, we're going to sit in our easy seat with our legs crossed, and as always you can put a block under your bottom if you want to. You can sit cross-legged or on your knees just like I was sitting there as well, but make sure you're comfortable and rest your hands wherever you want to rest them. So we're just going to breathe to settle ourselves and just start to focus on our practice, okay? So let your eyes softly shut, or if you don't like your eyes shut, you can just sort of let your gaze settle on the floor in front of you if you want. So take a nice deep breath in first of all, okay? Get those lungs working. And we're going to do a couple of ocean breaths, okay? What this means is that we're going to take a lovely deep breath in, and then we're going to on the way out, a lovely big sigh with your mouth open, okay? So a nice big deep breath in, and then lovely, and one more, and lovely. Now let's just settle back down. Start breathing through your nose again. Okay. And let's concentrate on filling that whole abdominal area up. Okay. Apparently we only use about 20% of our lung capacity. Now that's not a lot, is it? So when we're walking around, minding our own business, we don't really breathe properly. So this is a good way to sort of try and get you breathing a bit better. And also, it utilises all of that lung capacity, big organs, and it's really good to be able to learn how to breathe properly. And remember, when you're breathing in, your rib cage is expanding out because the air is going in. And when you're breathing out, your rib cage, everything's coming in. It might seem really obvious to do that, but how often when you're sitting and you say breathe in, you go, okay, I think it's a natural thing that everybody does. But we need to think in reverse here, okay? So keep your breathing going. Really feel your sit bones on the mat. Feel them grounding down into the mat. Have a lovely straight back as well. And imagine there's a little piece of invisible string pulling your head up to the ceiling. And nice relaxed shoulders, okay? Give your head a wee twiddle side to side if that helps you as well. So what we're doing is we're just sitting here. Let's check in with our bodies as well. What can you feel? Are there any aches and pains in your body? Are your shoulders tense? It can be anything at all. If there's aches and pains, try and breathe into those aches and pains. Focus your breathing on there. And if not, if you're feeling pretty good, then wonderful. Just concentrate on getting your nice deep breaths in. And use this time to look forward to your practice. That's it. So another couple of breaths here. And you're going to settle on an exhale and just open your eyes if they've been shut. So we're going to start with a little warm-up twist, okay? There's going to be a couple of twists in this, and I'll explain why in a little minute. So you're going to be taking left hand and putting it on your right knee. So it's crossing over your body, and you're putting the other hand behind you, okay? So one hand's on the opposite knee, other one's behind. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale and turn round. Now make sure you're turning from your torso. We're not lifting a hip off the ground or anything. Those seat bones are grounded down, okay? Inhale, keep lengthening on the inhale, and exhaling, going round a bit further if you can. If not, just stay where you are. Okay, now this is warming up our spine, okay, getting our spine mobilised, a lovely twist in there in our spine. This is also getting our internal organs, all the bits and pieces in here, it's giving them a little bit of a massage. We don't want to go too crazy at first. That's it, coming round, let's do that on the other side. So put other hand on the other knee and the other one behind you. Don't get stressed about sides as long as you're doing both sides, okay? Inhale and then exhale and come round. And when you come round, remember this other knee, we don't want this coming up. Everything really from the waist down stays the same. We're twisting from the torso. Inhaling and lengthening, exhaling and coming round. That's it. So we're giving those internal organs a lovely wee massage, making them move a little bit, warming them up. So it's maybe a good idea not to have eaten straight before this class. It's never a good idea to eat straight before yoga anyway, but yeah, especially this one. Okay, so coming back round to the middle again, we are going to just warm up with our hands, get our torso a little bit warmed up. So inhale, hands up in the air, exhale. That's it. Just lovely big sweeps up with your arms. Okay, exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Lovely. And inhale a couple more. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so coming on to a tabletop position now. On your hands and knees. That's it. Onto your tabletop. Try and get yourself all nice and square with those shoulders over the wrists and your hips over your knees as well, okay? You can tuck your toes if it makes you feel more secure. We're going to inhale, okay, here. And remember and pull that tummy button right into your spine, and then exhale, come back and try and get your bum as close to your heels as you can, okay? Exhale. Inhale, come up again. And exhale. That's it. So you're inhaling coming up. That's it. And you're exhaling coming back down. What this is doing for you is, this is actually, it's kind of a wind releasing pose, but on your knees. We'll do the opposite when we're on our backs before, but this is just getting everything moving. I don't know if you've ever known of a baby with colic or something like that, exhaling the way back down. But you know how sometimes you're told to sort of put their knees into their chest or bicycle their feet? That's because it gets everything moving. That's it. That's it. In again. And then exhale, come back down. And just rest in this child's pose with your forehead on the floor. Feel your arms stretching out. That's it, and warming up. And feel how nice and calming it is just to lie here with your head on the mat, no pressure to do anything. That's it. Just give your head a wee wiggle if you want. Do whatever feels natural to you. That's it. So coming back up slowly to tabletop. That's it. We are going to come up to downward dog from here. So tuck those toes at the back, pop your bottom right up on your tiptoes, then come back. Now walk the dog if you want to. First downward dog of the practice, and your hands are shoulder width apart, hands are nice and splayed, feet are parallel and pointing forward. So we're in downward dog at the moment. Now remember, your heels don't need to come to the ground. You can have them up and even bend your knees if you want to, because then you can get that lovely straightness from the base of your skull to the bottom of your back, okay, rather than maybe trying to frantically straighten your legs, and what happens is you get a wee hump in your back, and we don't want that. So we're up at downward dog, okay? Now you're going to come back down to tabletop here. Keep those feet tucked, okay? And try and keep, when we do this next move, your hips over your knees, and crawl your hands forward into puppy dog pose. That's it. Bring your chest as close to the mat as you can, but just take note those hips are above your knees. Then can we come back up to tabletop again and back up to downward dog. Okay, so we're going to do that a couple of times. Dead easy. Walk that dog again. Remember, bend those knees if you need to. That's it. Nice strong arms grounding into the mat with your fingers. So we're in tabletop, knees down. And remember, tabletop is an actual pose, so it's not just a transition. Make sure you hit that tabletop pose, then just moving your hands, come down, puppy dog pose, hips above your knees, stretch out that torso in front, coming back up to tabletop again, nice and slowly, keep the toes tucked, and up to downward dog. Walk the dog if you need to. Okay, a couple more times, and we'll do it a bit quicker. Okay, so downward dog into your tabletop position, tummy button to spine. Walk your hands out in front of you, chest to floor if you can, just as close as you can. Walk your hands back in, tuck the toes,
downward dog. There we go. Did that feel a little bit more fluid for you? That's it. And this is just getting everything moving for you because we're not staying long in the poses. That's it. So last time, knees down, tabletop, core tight, walk the hands out. Remember, hips aren't moving. They're staying above those knees. That's it. Down as far as you can. Walk the hands back in. Tuck the toes. Downward dog. Lovely. That's it. So we're here in our downward dog and we're staying here just now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our right leg straight up. We're not doing anything fancy, just lift it up. Now that might only be there or right up, it's up to you. And we're going to try and take it up to as close or in between our hands as we can. So you're going to curl it into your chest and you're going to come up on your tiptoes in this standing foot. So come forward and put it as far forward as you can. If you can't get it forward, just lift it up and shuffle it forward. It is not a perfectly choreographed dance routine. This is yoga and it can take a while to even get your foot forward. It took me ages, okay? So we're down in a low lunge. This is a runner's lunge or a low lunge. Really feel that stretch out between your thighs there, up in the ball of your foot at the back, and you're going to come down on the ball of your foot at the back. Now, if you come down, you think, well, that stretch in between, I'm not quite feeling it. Inch that foot forward at the front, okay? Because see, as long as this knee's not in front of your toes, okay? Play about with it because it's got to challenge you, okay? So, we're down in our low lunge pose, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to come up into our low lunge pose, okay? So adjust your front, wriggle that front foot forward and come down a little bit further if you want. That's absolutely fine, okay? Feel that stretch between your thighs. Now we're going to revolve to the side. I'll turn and face you. You stay where you are. So we're here. Now bring your hands down into prayer position, okay? And then what we're going to try and do, your right leg is forward, so we're going to try and hook that left elbow over the right leg, okay? So just come down and just try and rotate round so that you're in this sort of position. Press your palms together. So in a nice low revolved lunge position. That's it. If you can't get down that far, just try and come to the side. Okay, as long as you're getting a little bit of rotation in there. Okay, feeling another twist in our abdomen there. That's it. Now come back down. Now we're going to do a side bend. So we're still in this low lunge position. Remember to keep adjusting. If it's too much, come back in, dial it back a little bit. Okay, so this time what we're doing is your right foot's forward, remember. Your left hand's coming up. Now really, really push it up to the ceiling. And then we're going to come down as much as you can. You can just come over like this if you want. Put this hand on your waist. Or if you can come down. That's it. And stretch right over onto your fingertips, if you want to. But what we're trying to achieve is a stretch on the left side. That's it. Lovely. And coming back up to your low lunge, hands right up. Okay, and we'll come back round here. So we're down here. And you're still getting that stretch. Now, if you want to make it a little more exciting, you can tuck the back toes, okay? And all you do is straighten the back leg. We're not moving anything else. So come up, straighten the back leg, okay? And stay here for a little minute. That's it. Watch that front knee. That's it. Now, if you've not done that, or even if you are up, just bring your hands down to either side of the foot. Shift that right foot back and we're coming up to downward dog. Here we are again in downward dog. Tailbone high, heels toward the floor. That doesn't mean on the floor. That's it. Keep that breathing going. Remember our breathing. And we're going to do the same on the left hand side. So left leg up, straight up, and then bring it forward between your hands. Remember, you don't need to get there in a oneie, okay? Now feel this low lunge for a second. That's it. Feel your hips loosening off. Because although we always focus on a part of the body or a system of the body, generally speaking, when we're doing these classes, we know that we work the rest of the body at the same time, don't we? That's it. So put that back knee down and remember, adjust how you need to, okay? So that means walking that, just wriggle it forward with your toes.
do what you need to do. Make sure your knee's not in front. And as well, if this back knee hurts at all, nothing should be painful, but you can pad it up with a blanket or a towel or something like that as well. So coming up into your high lunge. That's it. Nice high lunge. That's it. Push, push, push. And then we're going to do that revolved lunge again. So hands into prayer position. Okay. Then you're going to hook that elbow over and press your hands together. Okay. So you're getting a nice twist. You're still feeling that between your thighs as well. Okay. Staying here just for a little second. That's it. Keep that breathing going. You might find it's more restricted here. That's okay. That's perfectly natural. And then we're going to come back up to the middle and we're going to do that side bend again. That foot is bent, so this other hand is coming up. Okay? And we're going to come back over to the side. So the hand's coming up and then you're going to come over to the side. Now, if that's too much, just put it on your waist like that. Okay? Or you can put your hand on the floor. That's it. Feel that lovely stretch up your side and then come back up into your high lunge again. So your hands are pointing straight back up again. And if you want, remember, you can tuck that back toe, just straighten the leg. No cheating, no moving, you're just straightening the leg and feel that glute kick in big time when we do that. That's it. So coming down, hands either side of the foot, foot back to downward dog. That's it. Push. That's it. And then coming down onto your knees, feet together, bum back as far as it will come, hands next to your feet, top of the hands, and head on the mat. And have a little rest here. Check in with your breathing as well, okay? So, a bit of twist in there so far. Just stay in your child's pose just now. And then we're going to do other work. So a lot of it is torso related, of course, because that's where all our digestive system mainly is as well. But nothing should be painful. A bit of discomfort when you're stretching and stuff is absolutely fine. But if anything's painful or if you feel it's like too much, just have a wee child's pose like you're in at the moment. So let's get on with it, I think. So we're in our child's pose. Come back up to tabletop. Okay, remember that, hands and knees. Tuck your toes and up to downward dog. Okay. Push that tailbone high, engage those thighs. Then we're going to look up and walk towards our hands. Okay. Try and keep your fingertips on the floor, even if that means bending your legs a little bit. Okay. So from here, we are going to inhale and put our hands just on our knees because we're going to try and flatten that back. We're trying to shoot the head out this way, okay? On an inhale. And your legs can be bent, that's okay, but try and straighten them up as much as you can. Then we're going to exhale, forward fold, chest to your thighs, okay? That's it. Now inhale, come back up, lengthen the spine, okay? Then exhale, forward fold, chest to the thighs, hands on the floor, bend your knees if you need to, okay? As long as you're feeling that stretch straight up here. Inhale, come up, lengthen the spine. You know, your head is going forward, that's really important. And then exhale, come forward again. Inhale, hands on the legs, really straighten that spine. And then exhale, forward fold. That's it. Inhale, a couple more times. Forward. Exhale, forward fold. Then inhale last time. Forward. And exhale, forward fold. Then we're gently going to curl up. That's it. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring your hands up too, stretch those fingertips right up, and in an exhale, come back down, okay? So that one as well is a really nice one for just getting everything going. It's really important to lengthen your spine, you know, when we're over like this, And it's just to sort of, because we're sort of expanding the whole torso and then we're bending forward again. And by repeating it quite a few times, it can be quite effective for things like trapped wind and all the rest. But I know we don't like talking about that, but it's good to have a solution or something that can maybe help, because we know things like that or anything to do with your digestive system can be pretty painful sometimes. So we're going to come to the front of our mats, okay? So just come to stand at the front of your mat. Now I'm going to go to the other side, just so that I've not got my back to you. Stand with your feet together, okay? Hands by your sides, looking straight ahead. Nice, proud, strong, shoulders relaxed. And we're going to step out. So if you look over your right shoulder, we're going to step out to about a leg length apart, and your feet are parallel at this point, okay? So feet are out, about a leg length. Don't be tempted to go really, really wide. And we're going to put our hands out to the side in star pose, or 5-pointed star. And this is just really good for opening up the chest as well. Okay, a really nice sort of, that's it. Check in with your breathing. And then bring your hands up to the top, fingertips together. Look up if you can. That's it. And then back down again. Keep those hands out to the side, okay? Now, we stepped out to the right, didn't we, with the right foot. So turn that right foot to point behind you, wherever you were standing, okay? And you can shuffle that other foot to about 45 degrees, because you're going to try and turn your hips round a little bit, okay? So is that we don't need to be, you know, absolutely forward, but your hips are coming round, okay? We're not standing side on. So adjust that back foot as much as you need to. And so we're here now, and our hips are in a slightly different position. So we're going to come over, so move over. We're going to do a triangle pose, but we're not just going to do that. Okay, we're going to actively move over that front foot and then come over. Now, you can put the back of the hand against the leg like this, other hand up, or if you want to, you can bring the other hand round behind your back, but still try and look up. Okay, if you want to as well, you can get these 2-piece fingers and you can hold on to that front toe and bind on and have your hand up. But as long as you've got the rotation in your chest. Okay, that's it. Stay in there, and then you're going to look down, come up, okay, with those straight arms again, and you're going to bend that front knee. Okay, and here we are in warrior 2. Okay, so watch that knee doesn't go in front of the toe. Watch the knee doesn't fall in as well. Nice and straight, nice relaxed arms. Okay, nice floaty relaxed arms and shoulders especially, and you're looking along your front arm. Now again, put that front foot, wriggle that foot a wee bit and come and lunge more if you want to. It's really important that it challenges you. That's it. And then you're going to come down, elbow on the knee, and you're going to put your hand straight up. Now you can put it up straight if you want to, if that's too much, or really reach out. So you've got a lovely straight line from your fingertips down to your other foot. That's it. Lovely. And then we're going to come back up nice and strong, no collapsing, to warrior 2. That's it. And then what did we do before warrior 2? We did our triangle. So straighten that front leg again. We're going to move out over and then come back in to our triangle. So you can be here. Remember, your arm can be round the back or you can be bound on. Okay? It's up to you. But you should be feeling a big stretch up here. That front knee can be a wee bit bent as well. Don't want you hyperextending or anything like that. That's it, then coming back up. We're going to try and see if we can step back to our original position, just in a whinny. Okay, so no shuffling back. You're going to come, turn round and come back to mountain pose in a whinny. Don't worry if you can't do that. It's just a suggestion, remember? Everything's just a suggestion. So we're back in mountain pose. Okay. And we're going to do it all again, but on the other side. Okay, so stepping out, remember, in our nice wide leg, remember, feet are pointing forward, legs are about a leg length apart, and we're in our star pose. Nice 5-pointed star, really stretch out that chest, okay? And then Bring your fingertips up, like that. Bring them back down. Now this time, you're going to point the other foot out, okay? So left foot this time. Remember, shuffle that foot round so you can bring the hips round a little bit. And we're going to do a triangle pose. So arms out, move over that front foot first, then come over. Okay, so your back of your hand can be against your leg, remember, or you can bind on with the 2 fingers and hand is straight up or round the back. Looking up if you can, the rotation of the shoulders. And remember, you can bend that front knee if it's too much. Okay, staying here for a second. You're going to look down, come up really strong through the centre, okay, don't collapse out of it. Now this front knee is going to bend again. Now remember, we don't want it in front of the toes. Shuffle the feet about if you want to go a wee bit wider into your warrior 2 position. And remember, your torso's nice and straight. You're grounding down through your feet as well. We're not leaning forward. Torso is nice and straight. Shoulders down and back. Okay, looking along your front hand. That's it. Then bend your left elbow and come into your lovely side angle pose. That's it. Remember, hand can go up if it's too much. Okay. That's it. Come back up nice and strong through centre into your warrior pose. That's it. Then straighten that front leg again. Shuffle those feet about because we're a wee bit narrower in our Trikonasana possibly, triangle pose. Hands out to the side, move forward, then come into your triangle pose. Lovely. Bind on if you want to with your fingers. That's it. Then looking down, up. You really need to switch that core on for that wee bit through the middle. And then remember, in a oneie, come back to the beginning. Okay, stand in your mountain pose, feet together, hands by your sides, looking forward. Check in with your breath and your body. So from our mountain pose, we're going to step out again. Okay, so again, step out with your right foot. We're in that same position, remember when we did our star pose before, but this time we're going to do a forward fold, a wide-legged forward fold with a little bit of a difference. We'll do our more traditional one first. So we inhale and put our hands out to the sides, okay? And then exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, lift that chest, and then exhale, fold forward, okay? Really exhale, empty out that abdomen. Now if you can put your hands on your legs and bend your knees, or if you can, put your hands on the floor. If your hands on the floor, make sure they're in between your feet, and then if they're on the floor, inhale, look up, and then exhale, we're going to come down as far as you can. It doesn't mean that your head's on the floor, it just means you're coming over as far as you can. Weight is in your toes, okay? Knees can be bent a little bit, that's fine. Keep that breathing going. That's it. And we're going to inhale, look up, exhale, pop your hands on your hips, inhale all the way up. Now let's do it with a wee bit of a difference, shall we? So we're going to inhale first of all, bring that chest up, okay? And we're going to exhale, come down with your hands on your hips, okay? Now this time you're going to take your left hand and you're going to put it on your right foot and put the other hand up. Okay, so left hand on your right foot, legs are straight as they were before, and other hand up. So it's a bit of a twist, okay? You can just put the hand on top of the foot and twist. That's it. Then coming back down, put both your hands between your feet again, and then you're going to come around and put your right hand on your foot and do that twist. So we're getting our twists in here, but your legs are working pretty hard. Well, I hope they are. That's it. Lovely twist. Then you're coming back round again, okay? And then you're going to inhale, put your hands on your waist. That's it. Give a wee exhale there. And then inhale all the way up. And you can zigzag your feet in a wee bit, okay? So coming back in and standing mountain pose for a little bit as well. Okay. So now, as you can see, we're doing a lot of twists and we're doing a lot of sort of in and out, closing the body up and opening it out again, okay? These are really, really effective ways to get that digestion going. As I say, try not to eat. Might be too late, you might have already eaten before this, but try not to eat right before this, because that could, maybe don't want to be feeling sick. So coming back to the front of your mat again, okay, you're going to raise your hands, look at your palms, look at your thumbs, sorry, and you're going to fold forwards. Remember, from the hips, hands on the floor. We've done this already. Inhale up onto your fingertips this time. Or you can do your legs if you want to. Hands on the floor and step or jump back to plank position. Okay, so we're here. We've got a nice straight body. Our heels are pressing back. Legs are engaged. Shoulders above wrists. Now, if that's too much, put your knees down. Okay, but other than that, we're here in plank. Okay, and we're going to come up to a downward dog. So we're going to come up into a downward dog position. Okay, walk that dog if you need to. Okay, and then we're going to bend our knees, tuck the core and roll forward to plank again. Okay, remember those knees can be down. Then come up to downward dog. That's it, nice big stretch. And then bend the knees, tuck the core in, roll forward to plank position. Lovely. And again, downward dog. Bend the knees, tuck the core, roll forward to plank position. That's it. And by tucking that core in, you can feel giving everything a right good mix up in there. Downward dog, that's it. Bend the knees, tuck the core, rolling forward. And the roll's really important as well, okay? It gets everything moving rather than just doing a static sort of, okay? The rolling, especially in this one, is really important. So downward dog again. Bend your knees, tuck that core, rolling up, okay? Now bring your knees down, even if you're in plank. Probably be thankful for a wee bit of a knees down in a plank. Okay, and we're going to do a sideways twist in our plank. So we're going to keep the right knee on the floor, okay? We are going to bring the right leg out, try and put the foot on the floor and come up in a lovely twist. That's it. So left leg's on the floor, right knee's on the floor, and the left hand is up. Don't worry if you've done the other side. We'll catch up. That's it. So coming back down. And you're going to do the same on the other side. So left knee's going to stay on the floor. Right leg comes out to the side. Right hand comes out to the side. That's it. Getting that lovely twist in. That's it. Coming back down again. So we're on our knees here. So you can stay here if you want, or you can go back up to that lovely plank. Okay. Come up to downward dog again. Push, push, push. Bend those knees. Roll forward to plank. And back to downward dog again. If you're doing this on your knees, remember you can still do it easily. Okay. You're forward in your plank. Up to downward dog. So you're just coming to your knees really when we're coming to the plank bit, okay? You're still going to get the benefit of that. No problem at all. So we're here in our downward dog, okay? You're going to come, put your left knee just behind your right hand, okay? Put your right knee behind your right hand, cross those legs at the back, and then sit down. So all of a sudden we're sitting on the floor, okay? And we're going to come into a waterfall pose. So to do our waterfall pose, you can do it in one of two ways here. A really nice one. So waterfall, what we're trying to do is just kind of drain all of our toxins out, okay? So you're lying on your back, okay, and you're going to lift your legs up. So your feet are kind of pushing the ceiling away, okay? So you can stay here and you can feel your core is having to work to keep those legs up there, okay? Now you can do this against the wall as well. It's really, really nice. Viparita Karani, it's called. So you're bringing your bottom right into the wall, okay? Scoot that bottom as far as you can. That's it. And then you're putting your legs up the wall. Now try it. If you've not tried this before, I advise you do, because it's lovely. You can even put a bolster under your bottom if you want. Just try and make it as comfortable as possible. The legs can go, the hands can go above your head if you want. You can rest them, just rest them whenever you want, okay? Now you can stay here. for 5 minutes if you want, okay? It's just such a nice one. Okay, so if you've got your legs up against the wall, just continue doing that. If not, and you're here, we're pushing the ceiling away, I know you're still there, bend your knees, okay? So bend your knees like that. Because, so now, it still requires a bit of effort to keep your legs up here, don't get me wrong. But what we're doing now is rather than sort of stretching the hamstrings while we're doing it and engaging the quads and all these sorts of things, we are just letting all the toxins drain away. We've just had, the best part of a yoga practice. We've got everything moving around the body. And what we're doing is we're just letting all the toxins drain away, which, you guessed it, helps our digestion. That's it. So just staying here for a wee second. If that's too much for you, put your feet on the ground flat and knock your knees together, okay? And you can stay there and just have a rest if you want. So we're going to do that baby wind releasing pose. Remember I was talking about it before. So you lie with your feet out, okay? Now, whatever leg's down and not moving, keep it engaged, okay? And what we're going to do is bring the left leg in, hug it into your chest, okay? So other leg's active. And then you're going to put that one down and bring that one up. Now we're going to try and get a bit of a smooth action with this one, okay? So we're going to try and do this, okay? Keep your hands up there. So you're staying up there for a couple of seconds each. So it's bicycling it in, and this is exactly what certainly I was told to do when I had colicky babies, because it does just sort of get everything moving. And it is actually known as wind releasing pose in yoga. So that's it, come up. Now, once you've done that a few times, maybe 5 times each side, okay? You're gonna then bring both your knees in, okay? And then you're gonna let them out, okay? Now, it's not an abdominal exercise. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to get the movement going. So in and out, although your abs will have to work a wee bit in this one, but we're not trying to hover our legs or anything like that. Now, if you don't get me wrong, if you want to work harder, you could hover your legs if you want, feel how that feels, and then bring them in. Hover your legs. Other than that, just rest them on the floor, because that's not what we're trying to achieve today. But I don't want you to be lying there wanting more of a challenge. So in and out, in and out. You don't need to hug the knees if you don't want to. That's it, and you can pause at either end. Okay, go as fast as you want. I don't want you going mad, but just go at your own speed is what I mean. In and out. That's it. And you'll already feel, probably feeling that internally just as we speak. That's it. And then just relax, okay? So what we're going to do is put both the soles of the feet together, okay? Now put some blocks underneath your thighs here, or cushions, if you want to. I don't want it feeling too stretchy for you, okay? And you're just going to put one hand on your stomach and the other hand on your chest, and shut your eyes if you want to. Why not? And just check in with that breathing again. And we're going to do a couple ocean breaths here. Nice cleansing breaths, these ones. So take a nice big deep breath in, feel that belly rising, and then we're going to go, that's it. Another big deep breath in. And then another big deep breath in. Well done. And then just go back to your normal nasal breathing. Nice big deep breaths. Staying there for a few breaths, okay? We're going to bring our knees up, okay? And we're going to go into a bit of a twist here, okay? Twisting is the order of the day, it seems, here. And you're going to let your knees drop over. In fact, your knees, we're going to come over, and so your hands are sort of in a diving position here, and your knees are over. So bent knees, head on the floor, okay? And then you're going to take that top arm up and over and try and get that shoulder on the floor. So both shoulders on the floor and knees on the floor. Now, if your knees need to come up a bit, that's fine. Or if you want to, you can split your knees. That makes it a little bit easier. Okay, but a nice little recline twist, and you can straighten that top leg if you want to, just make it a little bit more challenging for you. Staying here for a wee second or two, and then come up. We're going to do the same on the other side, okay? So remember, knees drop to the right, hands are in a diving position, okay? And then you're going to bring that top hand over. It just helps position you really nicely. Both shoulders on the floor, remember. So the shoulders are the priority to have on the floor. So if you need to move your knees to do that, just do that, okay? You can split your knees as well, remember, okay? or put the top leg straight, because what we're trying to do here really is twist the torso, twist the spine. Okay, that's it. And then coming back up. Okay, so let's just windscreen wiper the legs a wee bit. So you're just going to let them drop, drop, drop to either side. Nice and slow and controlled. Feet are about hip width apart. That's it. Loosening everything off, and we'll get ready for our Shavasana in a wee second. After all that hard work. So we're going to get into Shavasana position. Legs out. Let your feet flop out, hands out to the side, top of the hands on the floor. That's it. Shut those eyes and get comfortable as well. I'm just going to sit up so I can talk to you, but you guys lie down. Get a jumper on or socks on or a blanket or an eye mask. Do whatever it takes to make you comfortable. Really, really important, okay? So we're going to lie down here, and as always, the name of the game is just to relax. This is your final resting pose. This is where you get the fruits of your labour, okay? And you just lie and let your body restore in its own time, no rush. Because just for a couple of minutes, and even if you're in a rush, it's really important even to do this for 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Longer the better. So don't be tempted to switch off and just go away and do other things. Really important. Okay, so lying down, you're just going to relax for a few minutes, okay? Just feel how your body feels on the mat and feel how nice and heavy it feels. Check in with your body as well. How's it feeling? Remember we did this at the beginning? Are the aches and pains still there? Your body's maybe not fully relaxed yet. So just let your breathing go. Just try and push that back into the mat, okay? And just really try and relax. Try and figure out, is anything tense? Because sometimes you can sit there tense and you don't even know you're tense. So just try and think of all the parts of the body, think of all the contact points, your heels on the mat, your calves on the mat, the back of your thighs, your bottom and your back, your arms and the back of your head as well. Feel how it all feels safe and grounded and really heavy, as it should do at this point, because you're totally relaxing. So just concentrating on your breath. Try not to let any thoughts come into your mind. They will come into your mind, but don't invite them to stay. Just let them pass along. Plenty of time to think about them later. That's it. And just feel nice and relaxed. Picture yourself lying there from above and think about how relaxed you look. And just relax. So starting to deepen your breath a little bit and bring your awareness back into the room. And you're going to invite a little bit of movement back into your body at your own speed. There is no rush for this at all, but do it slowly. Take your time and roll onto your side when you feel ready. That's it, just coming to getting your awareness back. And then when you're ready, just slowly sit up with your legs crossed. That's it, with your hands in prayer position. Thank you so much for practicing with me, doing our yoga for digestion, okay? I hope you feel nice and relaxed now. And I hope that if you've done it for the reason that you maybe do have issues with your digestive system, let me know how you get on. Always interested to know. Always love feedback, good or bad. Preferably good, but good or bad. So I hope this practice heals and strengthens your body and your mind. Namaste. Again, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you again for one of our other yoga classes. Now remember, we do yoga for kids, that's what we do as well. And we do yoga shred, which is a shorter class, and it involves HIIT as well. So we do lots of yoga, but we also do lots of short, sharp, effective exercises too. They're quite good for if you've maybe not got as much time. And we've got lots of meditation as well. So we've got kids meditation on our app as well. So that's really cool. The whole family can get involved. But other than that, I will see you again next time. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again. See you later.